Hey guys, it's Birdie. Welcome back to my channel at Positive Bluebird. I just wanted to let you guys know that I did my lab work today, which would be checking for high amounts of protein and or creatinine in my kidneys. They check it in your urine and then they do blood work for other things, and they also check for your vitamin D. Because I have a vitamin D deficiency, and that usually happens when you have kidney diseases, especially multiple ones like I do. So I did that, and I should know the results by Monday's appointment to see my nephrologist. Real quick, I just wanted to say this before the next video uploads, but the phlebotomist, when I went to go in and get my labs, she greeted me, but she just didn't really give much eye contact. And I asked her how her day was, and she goes, "Oh, it's going to be great by the time I leave." And I go, "Oh, you must have plans." She goes, "Yeah, today I quit." And I go, "Oh, okay." She goes, "Yeah, I hate it here." And I'm like, I just kept my mouth shut because she said she was complaining about when people call in a reservation to come and get their blood work done, that when she shows up at work, there's really, really long lines, and it drives her crazy. And she was venting this before she saw me. She was venting it to an elderly man. And I was just thinking to myself, why would you want to do that? I mean, this is a career that most people go to college for, at least everybody does, and would love to have your position, you know what I mean? And you're complaining about lines for the elderly that want to make a reservation, or just anybody wants to make a reservation to come and get their blood work done, and you're complaining about it and telling us that you hate your job and you're quitting. It's very unprofessional, and I just want to recommend, don't do that. If you're frustrated or mad about something, just keep it at home. Don't bring certain matters into the public world, you know what I mean? You just don't want to do that, because somebody is probably going to report that, and that'll be much harder for you to get a job somewhere else in that same field. So I recommend you guys just be professional. Don't talk about things like that when you're on the job. If you're a waitress or a hostess, or you work at a grocery store, don't talk about your personal life. Leave home life with home, work with work, depending on the situation. You know, it's okay to come home and vent about your job for about 5 minutes and then be done with it. Or if you go to work and you talk about the positive things about your home life, that's fine. So there's my little recommendation, you guys, and that's the story I have. Oh, to top that off, I had an excellent ending to that day today. The taxi driver that picked me up was so bright and so cheerful. He said he was from New Mexico, and that it was nice to meet a local, which would be me, because he's never met any locals. So I'm like, yeah, welcome to Colorado, right? My home state is being taken over. No, I'm just kidding. It's all good. Don't worry. I welcome you. It's okay. But he was just telling me, you guys, about drinking. My son just made me drink it the other day. Not eucalyptus, not ivory. I cannot remember, you guys, but my son drank it, and it's in the water. Oh gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue, but you usually use it as a aloe vera. You can drink it. Did you know that? I didn't know that. And my son and I drank some the other day. It's a required taste. It was okay. You know, you have to get used to it, but you have to do mind over matter and think to yourself, wow, this is healthy for my body. So he has had prostate cancer for 5 years, but they told him 5 years ago he was only going to have about 3 or 4 months to live. So he started drinking that water, you guys, and 5 years later, he looks so good. So that was a wonderful story to the end of my day. And yeah, if there's ever a negative in your day, make sure you try to find something positive. before you go to bed.